Hello and welcome to another Marvel Snap Deck highlight video. Today we will be looking at Hela. So she is a large 6/9 card. Whenever she is played, she has the on reveal. For each different cost of your discarded cards, resurrect them to a random location. So the idea with her is we're going to discard a bunch of different cost cards. We have an 8, a 6, a 5, a 4, a 3, and a 1 that we are all okay discarding. And then on turn 6, we are going to play Hela. She is going to put all of those cards back onto the board. This is a pretty generic Hela deck. A lot of people like to run Iron Man. He's pretty good if he lands in the right spot. My issue with Hela is this word right here, the random location. With Iron Man, and not being able to pick the lane he goes into, you could end up having a Iron Man in the lane by himself, and it's not very good. So I took him out. I do have an Ebony Maw instead. That's a less common one. Wow, rude. Hey, I wanted to play the game. But he is a 1-drop, and since we don't have any other 1-drops we want to discard, that should clear up space for him. Hopping into game 2 and continuing the previous discussion, that also gets around his downside, which is that you can't play cards in his lane, and you can't play him after turn 3. So this is really good. We have Hela in our starting hand. This is actually an incredibly good draw. So that's going to hit the Ebony Maw. We'll just toss him right away. We have the Lady Sif, which will discard the Death. Earlier in the first Red Wing video, I think the only one posted at this point, I said that Death was one of the 2 cards I look for in a cheat deck, the other one being Infinaut. Hela is a deck I mentioned that she was good in, and this card here is why. If Death is in your hand, Lady Sif will almost always hit that card, because that is the highest cost card in the game. I completely ignored that. So here we are. That is really unfortunate, but hey, you win some, you lose some. So it doesn't really matter who we draw at this point, because we are bringing back Death and Ebony Maw into whatever location they end up in. I think with 30-ish power here, we're doing pretty good regardless of what that ends up being. 19 power, also very respectable. And just like that, we've won another game. And right back at it in game 3, we have a very good starting hand. Basically, if that's in our starting hand, we're cooking. As soon as that ends up not in our starting hand, we're going to be a little nervous. This deck still just has a pretty high power output, even without the discard stuff going on. That's going to hit the Ebony Maw, which is great because I really didn't want it to hit the Hellcow. We're going to hope this hits a null. My Blade and Gladiator. So rude. And it's not ideal, but it's one less card they can destroy stuff with, so not too bad. We're going to play that. The Black Cat is fantastic in this deck because I can just ignore her. She discards herself. She's the only 4-cost we want to be discarding. So she's going to come back when we play Hela. Infinaut. Alrighty. So we're just gonna skip this turn. I could activate the Hellcow. I just don't want to risk hitting the Hela. I'm gonna save that for later. Again, same thing. Could play the Lady Sif, but it's a 50-50 if she hits the Hela. And I don't want her to hit the Hela. The Hela is a crazy big power buff on turn 6. So the goal is not to discard her. Unfortunately, I'm not willing to risk a 50-50 there. I might end up winning it if I tried, who knows, but it's just not worth it. So what we're going to do here is activate the Hellcow first, and then play the Hela. So that's going to discard one of these 3 cards. As long as it doesn't hit the Lady Sif, we're doing pretty good. And then it's going to bring back 17 power plus whatever the Hellcow discards. We're rooting for the Infinaut, obviously, but would not be mad about the death either. This is going to be a battle. Wow, and everything lined up for him.
Need to change my underwear.
Wow. Rude. Alrighty. The good news is we have more than enough power to win Murder World or Utopia, depending on where stuff falls. That's pretty good. Not the Infinaut, but we'll take it. Yeah, so middle was the location we didn't want stuff to go. But here we are, I guess. Oh well. That is just kind of how Hela plays. Sometimes you get lucky, sometimes you don't. Either way, we played what was effectively like 30 odd power on turn 6. Very hard to counter, even if you know it's coming. Alrighty, and game 4 here. So normally I would keep the Ebony Maw, because that's a nice card to discard. You know, I'm going to keep them for 1 turn, because if we draw a Colleen Wing, I'm playing her here. That'll discard the Ebony Maw. We did not. So, I am just going to play cards over there. Which don't land in Gamma Lab. Nice. Angel. So that, to me, says Destroyer. Because that's kind of a weird card for a normal Destroy deck. Yeah, fair enough. That's my bad. Yeah, see, I'm debating waiting, because the death is going to be pretty close to free, and then the Sif would hit the Infinaut, which we like. So I am going to wait on that, actually. That hurts. I'm hoping this is not a Venom. This is a 1 power card, 1 cost card. Yeah, so we lost Gamma Lab. That's fine. But we might be able to do something else. So that's going to be another 2 cards he's going to destroy here. We really need to draw the Hela here. That is what we're looking for at this point. I'm going to discard the Infinaut. We can't play him anyway because we played a card on turn 5. That's a weird one. Beautiful. That is what we want to see. So we're going to activate first. We're hoping that discards death, but hey, it's could go anyway. We really don't want it to grab the Gladiator, specifically because this is a destroy deck. So a lot of his cards are either going to be too big for Gladiator to work on, or they're going to be cards that he wants to destroy. Neither of which we want to help with. Ghost Rider is also kind of bad because we want Hela to pull the Black Cat. Right now, Hela is pulling the Black Cat. The Ghost Rider would make it 50-50. Beautiful. That is very nicely played. The only way we lose that is if... I'm trying to do mental gymnastics here, but I don't think there is a way we lose that. Because worst case scenario is everything goes into Gamma Labs. And we still win Crown City, which means we also win Destroyed Mansion. So I'm not really sure what was going on there, but we take those. And last but not least, we have game number 5. I'm okay with the Gladiator. Nuke that real quick. Ideally, we draw Colleen Wing, and then Lady Sif. Hellcow on 4. Nice. And Hela on 6. But we'll see how it goes. That is unfortunate. This looks like a Surtur deck. That is actually pretty good for us. So that specific one is not. Oof. Because that's just gonna spam a bunch of random crap into our hand, which we really don't want. But it is what it is. I keep wasting energy. You're welcome, sir. We're gonna put the Hellcow down first. We've already played the Blade, so our Colleen Wing is guaranteed to hit the Ebony Maw. So we don't need to play that right away. I'd rather use all the energy, make sure we get the Hellcow down, because that's a very good card to activate on the final turn of the game. Ghost Rider. That's not great. So that means we're just gonna play the Colleen Wing. And that'll discard our Ebony Maw, and that's okay. You? It's just, I don't like that. It's not what you want to see. Alrighty, so at this point, I think we just play the card. That'll pull the Cyclops if he doesn't play anything. It is, that's not going to pull the Cyclops. That's disgusting. So we need a 10 power card in the middle there to win it. Just kidding, because I am a professional energy waster. Yeah. That's just so rude to snap at this point. So he's got a giant Hulk somewhere in his deck, right? That's what it comes down to. So we have an Ebony Maw and a Gladiator. Chances are we're losing this. But hey, here we are. Misty Knight. So we won Great Portal. Infinaut is actually best case scenario there. Throw him somewhere. Yes! Yeah, so the only way we lose that, because our Hellcow hit Infinaut, is if Infinite goes into Great Portal. Infinaut wins us Limbo or Morag. We already won Great Portal. So, if you take anything away from this video, Hela is a fantastic card, super effective, very, very good win rate. I understand that it's super irritating to play against, but it's pretty fun too. Would recommend. If you also like Hela decks, you should leave a like, a comment, and subscribe. And I will see you in the next one.